I made an IO inspired multiplayer game in less than 48 hours and won a game jam. This is the short story of how that went. Hi guys, I'm Bobsi, and technically I wasn't alone in this game jam. At all actually. It went something like this. My buddy Jankat had joined the game jam that had just now started. I asked if he needed help with brainstorming. We brainstormed for a bit, he asked if I was available for the weekend, and this is the story of how I joined the game jam technically 30 minutes after it started. Now let's get to the actual game making. We started by dividing our ideas into subtasks in an online document. This way we could easily track who made what, and after this we got to work. The first day, which was actually only the evening, Jankat got working on the player movement and attack to make sure it feels good and responsive in multiplayer as well. I got working on the enemy AI with very simple state machine setup and an enemy spawner script. As a brief recap, day 1 was my most productive by far. Jankat being a professional game developer meant to me that I had to do my best to fit in with him. So I went really cautiously ahead, which definitely wasn't very efficient. The second day Jankat finished up a lot of the player stuff, such as the charging of the attack, the health system and the camera setup. He did however also end up spending at least half the day trying to set up the server with WebGL, which proved quite a difficult task. This did however mean that I had to mainly take care of myself, which proved extremely good for my productivity. As to not disturb Jankat in his intense debugging session, I simply focused on getting everything finished from my side. So the second day I finished the player chat functionality, score pickupables, plus the spawning of these, the high score stats and functionality for setting the player name, the power-up pickupables, which are instant charge, temporary shield and faster movement. This day we had also started working a bit more on the visuals, but day 3 was a strong one for this. If you liked the video so far, please do leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment to let me know what you think. I would be very interested in reading, and remember, I respond to every single comment. So on day 3 I woke up to the wonderful message that Jankat had actually managed to get the WebGL server working, which was great news. Day 3 was definitely a strong one for the visuals. Jankat got working on all of the UI, which he did amazing on by the way. Most of you probably don't know this, but Jankat is extremely talented when it comes to 3D modeling and animation. He actually majored in this, which is why it is probably surprising to everyone that I ended up making most of the visuals and effects that you see in the game. The cool background shader and the shader on the player is however the work of Jankat, but pretty much the rest of the visuals are done by me with some touched up stuff by Jankat. What do you think about the looks of the game? Please do let me know in the comments what you think about it. I ended up 3D modeling everything myself, as well as making a bunch of shaders as well. After doing the majority of the design work and polishing, we had about 5 hours left, which we spent on debugging and testing the WebGL build multiple times, which cost us a lot of time. Even though we started off day 3 feeling very confident about our progress, we still ended up being really pressured by time, because we started having unexpected issues, bugs and just odd oversights. We ended up overcoming most of it, getting the project in on time and overall having a super great result for just 48 hours. Just look at it. A fully functioning multiplayer game in just 48 hours. To me it feels pretty good to play. It looks pretty good if I do say so myself, and most important of all, I had great fun making it with Jankat. Once the game jam had ended, we had to wait a day to get the results. And we ended up winning, which was neat. This was however not the goal, and to be completely honest, came as no surprise. I was working with a professional developer, and the game jam that Jankat had joined was a small local one to his area. Overall, it was simply just super entertaining to be a part of another game jam, and I think the guys hosting it did a great job, and so did the participants. It is called the Bad Mama Jama Game Jam, and I think you guys should go check it out. Joining a game jam is always a great learning experience because you're forced to actually work on a project from start to finish, which will push you out of your comfort zone and teach you a lot. And this is basically all. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I just hope that you have a wonderful day.